This is the BrewTubers Online Brewers Club 2022 Hops Experiment, Hoppy Blonde Ale. Thanks to our sponsors: Imperial Yeast, Beer and Wine Hobby Homebrew Supply Store, Brewers Hardware, 5 Star Chemicals, and Yakima Valley Hops. Get brewing.
Hey everybody, I'm back for another BrewTubers 2022 Hops Experiment review as a guest reviewer. Now this is a beer, it's a blonde ale, brewed the same way, everybody across the board, bittered with Centennial, and then the hop product is featured in each of the beers. So we got T90 pellets, Lupomax, and the other one is Incognito. So this is the Lupomax Mosaic. I'm gonna crack into this, get it in a glass, let you know what I think. So life was a little hectic, so I wasn't able to get into this year, but I'm hoping the next year things settle down a little bit for me and we can participate in some fun. So I'm gonna stop there. Looks like we got a little bit of bottle sediment. Nice golden color, just like the other ones. Colors have all been pretty dang spot on this for all the entries that I've had so far. I did the Citra run first, and now I'm into the Mosaics. So looking at it, looks great. A little bit of floaties. I think I got a little bit of sediment in there, and it has that hop haze like the previous one that the T90 pellet Mosaic that I just reviewed. So aroma. Stuck my mustache in there. Pretty straightforward. Nothing crazy. You can smell a little bit of the hops. It smells like a good clean beer. Almost smells like a Miller High Life. That's the beer I was trying to think of in the last review. Miller High Life is kind of a sweeter, right? It's kind of got a sweetness to it. Sweet lager? I don't know. I think it does. But it's, you know, it's well balanced and it's been around for a long time for good reason. So that's what the aroma reminds me of. Let's see what the taste brings to mind. Cheers. Cheers, Dan. Over at, this is Dog Hair Brewing. That's his entry. Cool little logo there. Conical. Sweet. It's got a dog. I don't know if you can see it. There's a dog jumping into the fermenter. That's pretty cool. Good stuff. Cheers. Wow. Okay. So there is a bit of a bitterness to this. Kind of hit me up front. And I would say also this one, it really finishes dry. He's got a final gravity here at 10-12, which I wouldn't expect to be quite so dry on the palate, but it definitely is coming through super dry, which is okay. No head to speak of. It could stand a little more CO2. Even swirling it up really doesn't bring back much of a head or any kind of bubbles, but you can see a little bit there on the glass. I don't know, not really. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ding this one on the score as well for carbonation. Flavor-wise though, I thought it's pretty damn close to the T90 pellets. There's not a lot of like hop, like wow, like this is the greatest hop product to hit the market ever. At least not yet. So Lupomax, what is Lupomax? I actually brought my tablet out so I could share some info with you, so I'll do that real quick. Lupomax, as far as I can gather, is kind of like the cryo hops maybe. I'm not sure exactly how they do it, but it is a concentrated pellet like the cryo hops were. Let's see, it's consistent, efficient, and optimized for hop flavor. So less vegetative, And what else? Bigger, bolder, and brighter flavors with less of the brackish stuff, right? The stems and the leaves and the other crap that you don't want. Just the hop goodness, huh? Yeah. So it says it's very consistent. You know, you have less beer loss because it's less absorption from, you know, cones or, you know, a lot of T90 pellets. They only have a few varieties available. Brew One is one, Citra, Columbus, and Mosaic. And a shout out to Yakima Valley Hops because they provided the hops for all of these beers that were made. So that's pretty rad. And also a shout out to Imperial Yeast for providing the yeast. So that's pretty killer. So yeah, I guess, you know, you use a little bit less than you would normally. I'm just trying to find out if they had a recommendation. Yeah, use 50 to 70% of the hops called for in your recipe. So if you're using 1.5 ounces, you're going to use what, 0.75 of an ounce with the Lupomax. Another part of this experiment, something I don't know, is how they divided things up. And now, as I understand it, and the way that these have been run in the past, is that you got a base recipe, base it on like T90 pellets, and then, you know, I would think they'd base it on T90 pellets and a dosing for those late additions, and then just convert it down for the Lupomax, and then again for the incognito option. So however they figured it out, all of the hop additions were supposed to be equivalent in their own product recommendations, right? So T90s obviously are just kind of go down the standard road, but the other ones you gotta vary a little bit. So that's enough of that. I just wanted to touch on that real quick. But back to Dan's beer. Let's go for a rating. I'm gonna have to say this is probably a 6. As far as drinkability, it's lacking the carbonation that I'm looking for. I mean, it's really kind of low to the point where it's almost too low for me, for my liking. So probably, and then there was also that kind of bitter bite at the front end. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say 6 on that. 6 out of 10. It's not hitting it for me. Not a bad tasting beer overall. Flavor is good. I can see what the hops are bringing to the table in the aroma and the flavor, but it's just not knocking out of the park for me. So I'll be back for the last one. Cheers.